Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing with you my January setup. This is the latest that I've ever been for posting a setup video, and that is because I gave birth on Christmas Day last year. And it has just been a whole whirlwind ever since, and I've barely had time to sleep, let alone work on a video. And so I'm sorry that this video is really late, but I hope that you'll enjoy the setup video anyways. For January, I wanted to keep the theme pretty simple because I don't really have a lot of time to sit down and work on my bullet journal, given that my whole schedule now really revolves around taking care of the baby. And so depending on when she wakes up and needs to feed or needs diapering or fusses or anything like that, I need to step away at any time, and so it would be hard to sit down and paint. So instead of painting, I did a pen sketch. I wanted this month's theme to be related to my daughter, and since she was born in December, I figured that using the December birth flowers of holly and narcissus would be very appropriate. If you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I don't really like to do a pencil sketch beforehand usually. However, for this month's setup, I chose to do a light pencil sketch in order to make sure that I have the placement of the flowers arranged in a way that looks balanced and also isn't lopsided. Although this month's theme is overall a contrast to my usual habits, I actually very much enjoyed the simplicity of just doing a simple black and white pen sketch and quite minimalist weeklies afterwards. It was very calming, and I feel like it looks very clean, and I enjoy doing some more minimalist themes sometimes, even though most of the time I like to mostly go maximalist and be really extra and usually do painting. That being said, given that it's been a while since I've had time to pick up a paintbrush and paint, I do miss it as a hobby, and I hope that in the future months, maybe even in February, that I would be able to incorporate painting into my bullet journal again. It would of course depend on my ability to find some time in between caring for the baby around the clock every day, as well as how my hands are doing, as my hands had been in quite a lot of pain, which started in pregnancy and it had gotten worse postpartum. And so sometimes my thumb, especially on the right hand, my dominant hand, it seizes up into a locked position, and I think I might have something known as trigger finger, and so it gets frozen and super painful. And so I haven't really been able to do any of my art hobbies, partly because I'm busy and partly because of that pain. So we'll see how I'm doing. I will be going to physiotherapy in order to try and improve my hand function and get rid of the pain, and hopefully that will heal up well and I'd be able to paint again and do more of my art hobbies again. I'll keep you all posted. Also for this month, as you'll see later in the flip through, I incorporated more habit trackers. I incorporated a mood tracker, a gratitude log, and some other new spreads in this month in order to help me with my mental health and overall well-being. Although historically I struggled with habit trackers or just trackers in general, I found them to be really helpful this month, and I think maybe that's because there was actually a very obvious purpose for them in my mind this time around. I basically really wanted to see how I was doing in terms of my mood and my sleep and getting the things that I needed to get done around the house, and maybe because I really actually found a reason to track the things that I tracked this month, that I did actually keep up with it and would go back and look at the trends. So in the coming months, I'll continue to play around with trackers and other spreads and adjust them according to my needs. As I was using my bullet journal this month, I was thinking about how I'm really grateful for having discovered and gotten into the habit of bullet journaling since 2 years ago. I've especially found bullet journaling really helpful postpartum because I just feel like every day is so chaotic and I'm so sleep deprived and my hormones are all over the place. So having a bullet journal really helped me to brain dump, to help with being mindful, self-care, to keep myself organized, and it basically just really helped me with my overall well-being. And it also really helped me to keep track of things when I feel like I'm barely functioning, given that I'm not sleeping enough. And I also found it really helpful in terms of when I was going through the baby blues, in which my hormones were so crazy that I was breaking down in tears randomly for hours per day for days. I'm doing much better now, but I also think that part of what helped me through those days of having such a difficult time was also having this bullet journal just to really be my not only creative outlet but productivity tool, and also a gratitude tool, and overall just a supportive tool for me. So I'm really thankful to have bullet journaling, and also just to be able to share this with you all as well. A huge thank you to you, my audience, for always being so encouraging and supportive, and being okay with me rambling in my videos and being all over the place in my videos and just sharing whatever I'm doing at the time and encouraging me to keep doing so. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I don't really know what the rest of the months are going to look like in terms of my bullet journaling and bullet journal videos. However, I'm going to give myself grace and flexibility to go with the flow. I do think that I will still be setting up every month because I need to use my bullet journal as it's really helpful for me. But in terms of when I post my videos, it might be a little bit all over the place, so please bear with me as I'm sometimes going to be early and sometimes probably a bit late. And I am excited though overall to try different things in my bullet journal and to still share them with you as I work on them when I can. Also, bear with me as you probably will hear some baby noises in the background as I'm working on this video while watching over my daughter as she takes a nap. And did you know that newborns are really noisy sleepers? I didn't know that before becoming a mom. That's partly why I'm really sleep deprived. I wake up at every noise she makes and I keep checking on her. But I'm told that it's normal and she seems to be doing well and she is sleeping soundly, but just being pretty noisy about it. So you'll hear that here and there. And now for a flip through. This time I recorded the flip through after using it partway, so you will see some writing in my spreads, and this will be an opportunity to actually see how I use my bullet journal sometimes as well. I didn't block out any of the writing this time, so you can get a glimpse into how I used my bullet journal this month. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. See you soon.